Hey everyone, Paul Sam. Welcome to another inbox review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 125th Galaxie models Chevrolet Fleetmaster Aerosedan. There we are. I said it, it's a mouthful, and it's a kit I'm not really used to seeing or knowing about. So Tim, who used to be on the live show, spotted this at Telford at a seller that was opposite us. He'd heard a good thing about the manufacturer. I saw this kit, instantly fell in love with that middle option, the red, what's it called? Custom. Absolutely love that and went and bought it. It cost me £45. It wasn't cheap, but it just looked like a really cool kit. And from what Tim was telling me, these things had a really good reputation of being good models. So I splurged the money. It was my only kit purchase from Telford Scale Model World 2020. So 2021, oh my God, 2020? I've lost a year somewhere. It looked an interesting kit. I've had a very quick look in the box. I think it's a very cool looking box art. So I thought, let's give it a review. Put it to a vote today on the live stream. And this almost won unanimously, I think it was. So we're going to review it. So let's jump in. Let's go and have a look what's in the box. Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos. Give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. You now have the chance to support the video content creation by using Patreon or the PayPal me link in the description down below. All the videos always remain free to watch. This is just your chance to help support the videos. Okay, so we've got our Galaxie Limited Chevrolet Fleetmaster Aerosedan with engine. Really nice box art on this. It's a pretty car. 3 different versions. There's a 48, was it 46, 47, 48 version in there. Hot rod, custom or stock. I'll be doing the custom, probably in that colour because I absolutely love that. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. This isn't my thing and this is a bit boring, but I do really like that look, so that's what I'll be doing. On the side, we've got some kit features. So, molded in white, clear and transparent red styrene plastic. Parts for 46, 47, 48. Fully detailed stock engine and chassis. Build stock custom or drag versions. Chrome plated parts. Black vinyl tyres with white wall inserts. Optional wood side trim. Colourful vintage style decals by Scalemaster. Opening hood with opposable hinges. Stock or low suspension. For the experienced modeler, skill 3. So that's me out the window, innit? On this side, we've got the version I want to do, which is just absolutely stunning. This side, we've got the GM branding and a picture of the chassis, engine, transmission, fuel tank, etc., etc. And on this side, a picture of the stock kit and the kit number 13012. So we open it up now. This is the second time we've opened it up because I forgot to turn my mic on before. I did 5 minutes of this, so some of the parts are open. So bear with me. So we've got our instructions and decals. We've got our chassis, the front end, the body, and then we've got another sprue. We've got the hood, bonnet, wherever you're from, and some other parts. We'll go through them all. This is me being an idiot, not switching my mic on. So we'll pop that over there out the way. And we'll start again with the review. So I've already gone through this a little bit. So a little bit I've already pre-recorded. Here's one I did earlier. So the body moulded in 2 pieces. So we've got the rear end and the front end. There's my compressor. So the body moulded in 2 parts. We've got the rear end and the front end here. So this must fit in there like that. Somehow, I am not sure how, but that's how it fits. Moulded in Revel-esque type plastic, really well moulded, nice panel lines, nice detail, no flash, no issues. Give it a quick wipe over, scuff over for primer. We've got panel lines on the back of this rear arch and over the top and across the window. Going to be a little bit tricky on that window. You can see there it crosses over the parts. But that's it, that's what you've got to deal with. There's always a seam, it runs along the back here and along here, so you have to do a little bit of careful standing in there to remove it, but overall, it's a really nice body. Nice shape, nice plastic, nicely moulded, nice detail. Same with the front end. Got some nice detail in there. It's nice and crisp. Again, we've got some seam lines to deal with across there and along the front, but overall, that's not going to cause us any issues. In with the body, we've got the wood trim parts, which are moulded with wood trim kind of already built in them. So that's a nice feature. Pop the decals underneath, paint that, dry brush it. It's going to get a good bit of detail there as well. So that's a nice little touch. And then onto the bonnet or hood, depending on where you're from. Really nice shape, really pretty. The bulkhead and the bonnet hood stays as well. Really nice detail on the bulkhead, as you can see, or firewall, whatever you want to call it. Very, very nice. So that's a nice bit of detail there. I'm going to pop this body back in its bag for the third time. I've had it out once to check it, had it once else to review, and again to review. I'm going to pop that in there out of the way. We'll pop those parts over there. We've got the chassis floor pan, whatever you want to call it. Nice details underneath. A little bit of dry brushing under there will look good. All plain inside because there must be a cabin to put in. We've got the outside. I'm assuming that's the outside of the wheels. Or the tyres. Let's have a look how that's done. I'm not quite sure. There could be the white wall. No, it can't be the white. It might be the outer side of the black part of the rim. We'll have to have a look at that. No, it can't be because there's tyres. So I've no idea. We'll have a look at the instructions in a bit. We've got these parts here. Let me zoom out a bit. So they are round, tyre-esque parts. Then we've got all the exhaust, subframes, radiator, wheels, transmission. I'm assuming they're brakes. They are the drum brakes, the differential, leaf springs, so on and so forth. Again, really reminiscent of Revell plastic and Revell moulding. There's no flash on there, though, whatsoever. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The detail's pretty good. There's a bit of detail on the radiator there. Obviously, the drum brakes are pretty plain. Not much to look at, but we've got some suspension components. Anti-roll bar. The exhaust is pretty nice, as you can see along the top and the bottom. Really good. And the differential, again, pretty nice. So again, no problem there whatsoever. We'll save the chrome parts till later, and we've got the clear parts and the tyres to look at, and then we've got the instructions and the decals. So let me open this up, and let's see what we've got in here. So in here, we've got our interior there, which is already textured, should you wish to not flock, but we will flock the living hell out of this. Seats have got nice texture to them as well, as you can see. So that's going to look nice. Once that's flocked up, a little bit of detail and texture. Door cards, again, nicely panel lined, scribed, etc. Again, they'll hold a wash nice. They're going to look really good. And again, parts absolutely beautifully molded. No flash, no mismold. Everything's nice and crisp. Quite impressive, really, to be honest. Chassis, that's a proper chassis now. So again, need cutting off and cleaning up. But again, nice bit of detail there. Not too bad at all. It's a fairly big car, you can see. 25th scale, but it's got a fair bit of size to it. And we've got these very delicate parts on the front, which are just asking to be snapped off. So we need to be very careful with those. We then got some clear red parts. That's what you like to see. Molded with pride in Korea. There you go. I bet they took a lot of pride moulding there. But clear red parts, which are actually pretty decent. So we now know where the kit's made. I'm assuming the rest of it's made in Korea. And then this part, we've got the transmission, engine block, seats, gearbox, dashboard, fuel tank, lots of other parts. Again, I was going to say, all nicely crispy molded. There's a little bit of flash on the cooling fan. You can just see it there. But it's the only piece of flash I've seen on the entire kit. That's actually really good. The engine block's quite nice. Nice bit of detail there. Not too bad. The seats, again, have got that texture built in. So pretty nice there as well. Fuel tank's looking good. Dashboard looks good. Overall, really can't complain. They're the wheel arch, like spack covers things, whatever you want to call them. Again, the detail is really nice. Like I say, it gets the engine, all the ancillary components. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, do we get rear seats? Have I seen? Yeah, the rear seats are built into the cockpit tub, so that's good. So yeah, beautiful, really well molded. Popping out a little bit of flash. That's the first piece of flash I've seen on the entire kit, which is pretty impressive, really, to be honest, from such a small company. Chrome parts, a lot of chrome parts. Now, what are these like? They are so. They're definitely going to need rechroming. that higher quality. I don't know if it'll focus. It's okay, but there's definite flaws in it. I would probably strip everything here, monochrome it, and redo it all. I mean, from a distance, it is passable. But I think it's going to let the kit down a bit, to be honest. And to be honest, you have to cut all these parts off, so they're all going to need touching up. So yeah, cut them off, clean them all up, or strip them, then clean them up, monochrome them, aquagloss them, and you'll be back to a good, much better chrome standard than what's here. Loads of parts on here. We've got carburetors, front rear bumper, grills, mirrors. They look like hubcaps. They are hubcaps. Wheel inserts, a steering wheel. Very, very pretty steering wheel. Look at that. That's lovely. Very, very nice. But yes, I would say that sprue needs rechroming. It's not very good. And every part you cut off is going to need touching up. So you might as well cut it off, clean it up, strip it, and respray it, rechrome it. Clear parts. These are the parts that always make me nervous because what do I always say? Clear parts can make or break a kit, and these most definitely break it. So as per usual, the kit's let down by its clear parts. They're all got weird marks there. I don't know if you can see that. Got like little marks going up across there. And on the side, there's lines through it. It's not the most clearest. There's magnification there. So yeah, the glass lets it down. It's going to be suitable. I'll go over this with Novus porridge. Novus porridge. Be a tasty treat. But you can see there, look at this at the top. As the light catches it, you'll see the flaws. See them? So it does let itself down a bit on the glass. These are weird marks here. Can you see it? One there, like a rainbow, and another one at the front, but the other part hasn't got it. So yeah, as always, kit glass lets it down a bit. But it is what it is. This is what we got with it. This is what we're going to be using. So it is what it is. It's one of those, but it's a little bit disappointing. Not a cheap kit. This is £45, so I would expect it to be a little bit better. Tyres. Now, I thought these were tyres off a mountain bike when I first looked at them. They are thin, but I guess they're period correct. So the half molded, that will be where that piece of plastic fits in that we had before. So that's how that works. Getting some cleaning up. But tread's good. No maker's name on them. Clean these points up here. And yeah, they'll give you no bother. But the tread's alright, as you can see. But you can see there with the half not quite fully moulded the way they were supposed to work. Oh, we've got bits on the bench. We don't really lose any bits, do we? We've got a battery there as well, which has come off from one of the bags. I don't know which one. We got any other parts loose? Let's have a little look. We don't want to make sure we don't lose anything, don't we? So where did the battery come from? Is it off this sprue? Let's have a little look. Nope. Must be on one of those others. So yeah, there we go. So there's all the parts. I'm going to pop that back in the bag. I'm going to pop a sprue in it so we don't go and throw the bag away like a lunatic. And then we'll pop this back in the bag and we'll have got the instructions and the decals. Now I've looked at the decals. It was one of the first things I looked at. And they do look pretty good. The instructions I've not really looked at, so we'll look at those in a minute. I'm going to make some room. I'm going to zoom back out so we can get the full instruction book in. Let's have a look at the decals while we're here, right? So the decals, maybe I'll scale master, so assume they're good. The wood is really good. So you go dark and a light. You've got loads of number license plates there as well. From Wisconsin, or Wisconsin, California. So Wisconsin, California. We've got some flames. We've got 20,000. Some other decals, like a Woody Woodpecker kind of stuff. Some eyes, Spalding cams. And some other decals. But the decals look really good, don't they? They're very Revel-esque as well. They look just like Revel decals. I think they'll go on no bother at all. But if you are worried, put a cursory coat of microscale decal film over the top. That'd be good to go. But they look really good. Really nice decals. Instructions. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So on the front, we've got a bit of info about the car, all in English. So if you want to read that, you can pause it, because I'm not reading all that to you. But yeah, there we go. You got your colours there as well, all different colours. Excuse the shaking. So very cool. instructions. So, pamphlet style, kind of, with loose pages. Surprisingly, the instructions look really good. They're nice and clear, not too cluttered. It tells you what every single part is: so starter, coil, distributor, oil filler, front cover, oil pan. I like that. I do like the way it calls all the parts out. Non-plated parts and plated parts. You need to drill a hole, apparently. No idea where, it doesn't tell me. Got some vague instructions. Cement left and right engine block halves together. Cement oil pan and front cover to block. So it's basically the assembly. Yeah, that's quite good. And then we're on to the engine, the Wayne valve cover, etc., etc. Stromberg or Adelbrock racing manifold. Stromberg carbs or standard carbs as well. We'll definitely have that one on. Then we've got our chassis. Again, we've got directions there for the order to do things in. Getting the muffler exhaust system in, rear differential, rear axle, leaf spring suspensions, brake drums in. And again, each one's got these little directions here at the bottom and on each page for which order to do things. Tyres, so we can see the tyres here. So the tyres are the wheels are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece with each wheel, with tyre. So, okay, that's different. Interiors there as well. The starter pedal, brake clutch pedals, interior, door handles. There's a lot of stuff to go on the doors if you look, so that's quite interesting. Again, we've got the call outs there for the order things to be done in. Onto the interior, the gas tank, spare tyre well, dashboard with the dial, shift lever, steering wheel, instrument panels, and so on and so forth. And onto the bulkhead, firewall, even to call it, windows. Drill hole, that's what I mean. That arrow means drill a hole. Gotcha. Rear fender shield, wipers, license holder, trunk handles, a lot. And then getting the body on. So apparently the body goes to that with that separate. So we're going to paint that separate with the hood. There you got the decals for tissue dispenser, GM logo. Okay. There's a tissue dispenser in the car. What? Trunk lid strip. So again, the decals are labelled where they go. I do like that. That's very cool. Again, directions for the decals, so another handy if you're used to it as well. Different grills, different hood emblems, so on and so forth. Windshield visor, that's quite cool. I do like that on this kit. The fender skirt, that's what they're called, skirts. Radio antenna, I didn't see that part, 113. Okay, it's going to be thick plastic, so we're going to probably replace that. Headlight buckets, and then the wood trim. Should you choose to do it, you have to paint this, then get the trim on, line it all up, so on and so forth. We're not going to do that though. Then on the back, tips for personalising your model. Let's have a look. So, about showing the wheel lugs. Lightly replicate lower line models without taillights from a carefully cut and chrome trim from bezel and mount bezel to fender. Okay. Drilled in exhaust. Paint the wheels. Sand the tyres. Install a single Stromberg carburetor on the stock manifold for less than all-out racer look. Cut the side windows away from the vent for a roll down look. It's a good tip. And we've got spotlights as well that we can put on as an optional extra. There we go. I like that. Good instructions. So let's go back to me for some final thoughts. Right then, there we go then. So what do we think of that? Well, it's not a cheap kit. It's a £45 kit, which is up there with a high-end Tamiya kit. Is it worth it? I think it is. For the subject, I think it's a really interesting build. You have 3 different options, a few optional parts. It looks to be a pretty decent kit as well. What it's going to build up like, I don't know. The most disappointing part about the kit, as usual, is the glass. That's what normally lets kits down. But we can polish it up with some Novus polish, and try and get it back to, a bit more usable. But it is what it is with the glass. There's not much we can do about it. We're literally stuck with what we've got, so we'll make the most of what we've got. So overall, it looks a good kit. It looks interesting. We've got a good decal scheme on there. Plenty of options. Like I say, you've got the 3 different versions, but we're definitely going for that burgundy custom version. I like that. I think it looks really cool. So that's the one I'll be doing. So there we are. If you built the kit, if you've got one of these, they've been around for a while, so they're not new, but they're pretty new to me. I've never seen one before. If you built one, let me know what you think of the kit. Any problems? I don't think they sell many kits at all. I think there's only 1 or 2. I think it's basically this in a different box, I think. So yeah, if you've got it, let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm looking forward to building this. It'll be built next year at some point. I'm quite eager to build this one because I think it looks very cool. So yeah, hopefully you'll see it on the channel pretty soon. So there we are. Hope you enjoyed that review. As usual, I'd like to support the channel. There's a Patreon me link, a PayPal me link, and a Buy Me Coffee link in the description down below. And there's links to everything down there, ISM related, from the forum, Facebook pages, my Paul ISM page, umpretail.com. The other Paul ISM Live the Bench page, where all my modelling, daily live streams are shared. And all the group build Live the Bench page, Off Air Hangout groups are there as well. So thanks for watching today. If you've got this far, which version of this would you build? Would you go for the hot rod, the custom, or the stock? So, i.e., the hot rod with the open bonnet and the flames, the custom one I want to do, the red one, or would you go for the stock version with the wood paneling on the side? Let me know which version you'd like to build. Here we go. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Enjoy New Year. I don't see you before then. Yes, I shall catch you all later. So take care. Bye-bye.